Hey there, Josh here from Limbo CMS, and in this video we'll be talking about planned maintenance and how it can help you streamline your maintenance operations. And with that said, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe to our video so you can keep updated with all the new maintenance videos that we come out that will help you become a better maintenance pro. Now let's go ahead and dive in so we can learn more about planned maintenance. So what is planned maintenance? Planned maintenance is a proactive approach to asset management in which services are scheduled to take place on a regular basis. This can be simple, such as filter cleaning, or something that requires more technical skills, such as inspecting junction boxes on traffic lights. If you manage a facility, you likely have processes in place where you anticipate, schedule, and document maintenance activities. If you do that, you have some sort of planned maintenance system in place. Of course, the level of planning required varies depending on the type of asset being maintenance and the environment in which it is being operated. Some assets require frequent maintenance, while others could be operated for years without any failure. The ultimate goal of having a planned maintenance schedule is to maximize the ROI by decreasing the number of outages, increasing workplace safety, and boosting productivity. Now, here are some of the benefits of planning maintenance in advance. As a general rule, the more planned maintenance organizations perform, the longer their assets will remain operating at peak without failures. But organizations that structure a proactive maintenance plan enjoy these benefits, which include decreased workplace accidents, incidents, and chaotic situations, increased productivity, team effectiveness, and efficiency in operations workflow, as well as reduced machine downtime and asset failure, and extension of asset lifespan. And the last one here is a better return on maintenance investments. Now let's take a look at planned maintenance activity types. When we think about planned maintenance, the approach that comes to mind are both preventive maintenance and predictive maintenance, which are both proactive maintenance approaches. But different from what you may think, proactive maintenance and planned maintenance are not the same thing. Reactive maintenance must also be planned beforehand. The most successful maintenance strategies have preventive and predictive maintenance as a centerpiece, along with a clear plan for reactive maintenance. After all, the best way to handle these circumstances is by preparing for them beforehand. So when building your asset maintenance plan, you should consider these three things. So that means preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, and run to failure maintenance. And let's go ahead and take a look at each one of these individually. Here we have preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance is the most common type of planned maintenance. It simply focuses on scheduling services in regular cycles to ensure assets don't fail. And preventive maintenance is usually scheduled over regular intervals of time. So depending on the asset, work is performed every day, week, month, quarter, or even year. This approach is relatively inexpensive to be implemented. Maintenance managers usually create a checklist to be followed by maintenance technicians who submit a maintenance report after the service. And most companies use a CMMS to streamline scheduling, assignment, and data tracking. And here we have predictive maintenance. Different from preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, or PDM, is not planned on time. Instead, it considers the asset's performance. It leverages condition monitoring technology to detect minor anomalies of the assets, and only when an anomaly is detected, the action is taken. Because this approach relies on precise data about the asset's maintenance needs, it makes it possible to schedule the exact amount of maintenance tasks that a piece of equipment requires to keep operating at peak performance. So not too much like preventive maintenance or too little as no proactive maintenance at all. Since this approach to planned maintenance relies on real-time, precise data, it has larger implementation costs when compared with preventive maintenance. And here we have run to failure maintenance. As implied by the name, run to failure maintenance is a strategy in which assets are used until they break down, requiring repair or replacement. Contrary to what common sense would suggest, some operational managers deliberately choose this maintenance plan for specific assets. And although this maintenance strategy is reactive in nature, it can be planned. RTF maintenance is the best for non-critical assets that are cheap and easy to replace. Basically, if the cost of having technicians perform preventive maintenance would be greater than the direct costs of replacing the asset and the indirect costs of operating without the assets, then you likely should allow the equipment to run to failure. Now let's talk about how to plan a maintenance program. So regardless of the type of maintenance approach your organization will leverage, there's a process to structure and implement the maintenance program. The first step is to prioritize assets that will be included in the maintenance plan. So when going through assets, maintenance managers find it helpful to ask themselves questions like these ones. What assets are the most critical to the organization's success? Are the repair and replacement costs high? How difficult or risky is it to conduct maintenance in the asset without shutting it down? And by analyzing the assets on these 3 points, managers are able to get a clear idea of what is best in terms of their maintenance approach for each one of them. And once the machines are analyzed in terms of the lifecycle particularities, it's time to gather all the necessary information about their functionality particularities, as well as historical data. There are different sources that can be used to collect this data. Data from Maintenance History Catalog is the primary one. And even if you're not using a CMS at this time, you'll likely have some sort of maintenance log available. Look at what kinds of failure your assets experienced in the past and how often those types of failure happen. Based on that info, you can conclude what kind of work you should plan to prevent some of those failure modes in the future. You should also look at the original equipment manufacturer, so OEM, and talk to your maintenance technicians and machine operators to get that information. Then you'll need to select the maintenance approach that you want to use. This is a time where you get to look at the data and understand which of the maintenance techniques that we just discussed work best for each asset. And once you have the approaches aligned, it's time to schedule the maintenance activities. Use your computerized maintenance management system, so your CMMS, to create maintenance checklists and the calendar to assign tasks. Make sure you leverage the platform's data to determine the frequency of the maintenance activities as well. As you add the task to the calendar, the maintenance software instantly sends push notifications to the maintenance technicians with details about the upcoming service. And the best CMS in the market relies on IoT and machine learning to automate a big part of the maintenance manager's work. And there we have it. If you want to learn more about how to implement planned maintenance, you should go ahead and implement a planned maintenance solution like Limble CMMS. And you can do that by going to limblecms.com and talking to one of our team members who will walk you through the product and show you how you can use it for your facility. And remember that if you want to promote successful operations, the first step is to avoid equipment failures. Having your maintenance team constantly reacting to machine failure not only is an indication of an organization dysfunction, but also can affect the organization's bottom line. And I hope this video helped you better understand how to implement a great planned maintenance program to help you prevent just that. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. And that way you can see all the new maintenance videos that we come out with that help educate you on how to become a maintenance pro.